think this is gonna fall over as soon as I go. I'm not listening to music, so I figured I should see. Shit. Just have to hold it. I don't love holding it. I'd rather have my hands on the wheel and not be thinking about holding a video camera. But it is what it is. And what it is a bit messy, isn't it? Wouldn't you all agree it's a bit messy? I would say it's a bit messy. I would say the world is a bit messy. There's some poor person strapped to a gurney, who knows why. Pushing them into the ambulance, who knows why. Maybe something's really wrong, maybe they just freaked out. People in cities sometimes just freak out. Mostly the homeless, bereft, who are just constantly desperate and sort of ceaselessly in the grip of trauma till it squeezes them to this point where they collapse. Which is not very great or cool, and it makes me sad that that happens. That there are these bereft people and we all just walk by them all the time. I walk by them all the time too. I'm not excusing myself from complicity. I'm just saying it makes me sad that that's the way that we are, and I think that we can do better. Obviously we should try. To sit and say that's enough is, I mean, I don't even know where to begin with how to argue against that if that's what you have to say, that we should just rest on our laurels, because that's dumb as shit. Desperation breeds sadness and rage and anger and hatred. And it comes to your door. And it comes after the things that you love, because it wants those things with a desperate hunger, because it doesn't have those things. It doesn't have anything it loves. So you can't just keep it to yourself. You can't just keep inside your closed world. It will always come to your door. And anyways, you should just want to help people. You should want to help people who are in trouble or in need. That's a biofeedback loop that gives you a feeling of worth, a feeling of satisfaction, that makes you feel good. Makes you walk around and think, I feel good, I feel like me, I feel capable of creating change in the world and making life a better place and being happy, and on and on and on and on and on. You can see I'm supporting the phone on the steering wheel. That's my quote-unquote plan. Yeah, I have one. Just trying to perceive all this. Been in this place hundreds of times, many times to look all around and just know what there is, but I'm just trying to perceive it, to think about it, to talk about it in a way that's constructive. For me, for you, for all of us, so we can make it a better place. So I'm not satisfied. And if you are, then we have a strong disagreement between the two of us, to be quite frank. I'm gonna turn here, and then I'm gonna park the car, and I'm gonna walk around, and I'm gonna gather information. And I don't know what I'm gonna find. Oh goodness. Woof, that turn was too much. I don't know what I'm gonna find. But I gotta keep looking around. I gotta keep trying to figure it out. Because sometimes this SHIT is just madness to me. And other times it's joy. And so many things that work well and magnificently. So let's aim for more of one and less of the other. Seems like a reasonable goal to me. Alright. I do at least find more cultural diversity down here. More ethnic diversity, probably I should say. Both cultural and ethnic diversity.
I do find more than I might have expected, and that's pleasing. I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. The thing about the emotional and psychological lubrication zone, also known as the bar scene, is if people can mix here, it's a place where people can mix and be free to kind of open up with each other about what they really think and what they really feel, and who are you and who am I, and what's going on in life. And that's great. And this seems to have more of that and less of the violent, angry, let's fight thing. But the closing down at 1:30, 2 at the latest, I'm gonna say it again, that's just completely retarded. So on the left in the yellow, it looks to me like it says Dean's. And on the right, Amos? I don't really know. And there's a purple lady. Looks like a ethnically black African purple lady. Sign says Zulu painter, so maybe my mind is led in the direction of a black African lady because Zulu is a black African thing. And there's kind of a ghosty thing off to the right, and then there's old Mickey Mouse, or Mickey Mouse looking like character. It looks like his head got chopped off, or he has a stake for a neck. Looks like he's getting kicked. Things aren't going well for him, I would say, unfortunately. Mr. Ghosty, Dean Amos, and the purple lady all went to the store one day. They met Zone's face, who was wearing a hat and his tongue was out of his mouth, and they harassed Mickey's brother, Sticky, constantly until Sticky had his neck turn into a steak neck. Ghosty laughed and spit, a big glob of ghost spit. Dean Amos and Zulu painter lady just continued to hang out, watching everything go by. Her ruby red lips bespoke a mouth full of passion, but her hair made out of cubes, some of which were pointy, told a different story. Ghostface was laughing as he died. His spirit poured out of his mouth in great blue and red globs. The face was squeezed between the letters, and it did not like being squeezed between the letters. It made a tongue to express its disappointment with being squeezed between the letters. Meanwhile, there were also some plants that had been planted in the ground. They extended their roots, searching for water and nutrients, and continued waiting for things to change slowly around them over time.
Who knows what time it is? Palisade Peach o'clock. That's right. I might even just have 2. Delicious. So delicious. Just so you know, we added some cucumber, salami, white cheddar sandwiches things to the plate, as well as a slice of watermelon, all of which also is delicious.